So coming into a comfortable cross-legged sitting position, check that the base of the body is steady and still, spine rising upright, shoulders rolled back, arms relaxed, and hands resting on the knees in Chin or Gyan Mudra. And eyes gently closed. Take some time to become aware of the body, any sensations in the body, aware of sensations in the right foot and right leg, then becoming aware of sensations in the left foot and left leg. And now moving the awareness up to the lower back and the belly. Noticing any sensations in this area. And then shifting the awareness up to the chest and the upper back, shoulders, aware of sensations in the shoulder area and the shoulder blades, and the neck. And move the awareness down the right arm to the right hand and become aware of any sensations in the right hand or arm, and the left arm, hand. And finally move the awareness up to the head, aware of any physical sensations in the head. And also let go, soften, release any muscular tension in the face. So the area around the eyes soft, and the eyes still behind the eyelids. And softness in the mouth and around the mouth. And now let go of physical sensations and become aware of the breath. The natural breath. No need to change anything. Simply observe the breath as it is right now. Notice if the breath is moving in the abdomen or in the chest. Notice also if it's deep or shallow. If it's even or uneven. Make a mental note of the breath as it is right now. And then allow the breath to deepen a little, to lengthen a little. And now with the next in-breath, take the awareness up to the eyebrow center. And here visualize a bright point of light or a candle flame. See the flame. Maintaining awareness on the flame, we'll chant Om 3 times together, breathing in deeply. it after me. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahe. Ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om. Now we can place the palms together in front of the chest, rub the hands, create some heat by rubbing the hands, and then place the warm hands over the closed eyes. Feeling the warmth and the energy of the hands streaming into the eyes. And then slowly lower the hands, Hari Om Tat Sat, and prepare for the practice. You can stretch the legs out, sitting in the base position, Prarambhik Sthiti. You can place the hands behind the buttocks to support the spine, and then separate the feet just a little bit for Gulf Chakra, the ankle rotation. And as you bring the feet towards the body, you breathe in, and then you rotate starting towards the right side, clockwise. Breathing out as you bring the toes away, breathing in, toes towards the body. Again, breathing out, toes away from the body. Breathing in as you bring the feet and the toes towards the body. Breathing out and in. 3 more times. Breathing out, rotating in towards the body. Breathing out away from the body. In towards the body, and one last time. Breathing out and breathing in. And then prepare to reverse the direction. So now breathing out, toes away from the body again. Breathing in, toes towards the body. Breathing out, away from the body. Breathing in, towards the body. Full rotation from the ankle. Breathing out and in. Awareness on the movement and on the breath. Breathing in as the toes come towards the body. 3 more times. Breathing out, away from the body. In towards the body. Out, away from the body. In towards the body. And one last time. And once you've completed, you can release the movement, release the practice. Keep the eyes closed for a moment. Become aware of any sensations in the ankle joint. There might be heat, there might be tingling, a sense of more blood circulating in this area. And then prepare for Janu Chakra, the knee rotation. So bring the hands underneath the right thigh. You can either hold interlock the fingers underneath the thigh, or you can clasp the two elbows underneath. And then begin by rotating the leg in one direction. Again, as you bring the foot up, breathe in and breathe out, down. And trying to make a smooth circle, as if you're holding a piece of chalk between the toes and drawing on a blackboard. So breathing in, up, breathing out, down. In, up, out, down. 2 more rounds. Breathing in, up, breathing out, in, and breathing out. And then reverse the direction. Breathing in the opposite direction, breathing out, down. Breathing in and out. In, out. 3 more rounds. Breathing in, up, breathing out, down. Breathing in, up, out. 1 final round. Breathing in, up, breathing out. And then release the arms, straighten the leg. And become aware of any difference between the right knee and the left knee after practicing on one side. And now the other leg. So now interlock the fingers underneath the left thigh, or hold the elbows underneath the thigh. And then preparing to practice, breathing in, bringing the foot up, breathing out, down. And again, as if you're drawing on a chalkboard, on a blackboard with a piece of chalk. Making a perfect symmetrical circle, as symmetrical as it is possible. And 1 final round in this direction. And then reverse direction, again breathing in, up, breathing out, down. In, up, breathing out, down. Awareness on the movement, and on the movement synchronized with the breath. Breathing in, up, out, down. 2 more rounds in this direction. And once you've completed the final round, release the arms, release the leg. And close the eyes, become aware of the effects of the practice. Noticing now any heat or tingling in the knees. The third practice will be rocking the baby. This is for the hips. So bring up the right leg, place the right knee into the crook of the right elbow, and the left elbow wrapping around the foot. Interlock the fingers around the leg, and then rock the leg from side to side, bringing it as close to the chest as you can comfortably. You can keep the eyes closed in this practice and rock back and forth maybe about 30 times, counting the movements back and forth. Aware of the stretch on the inside of the thigh. Aware of the movement of the hip and the opening of the hip. This is an excellent practice for being able to sit comfortably in the cross-legged position, opening up the hips. And then when you've finished about 30 rounds back and forth, you can bring the knee up, release the leg. Take a moment to observe any effects of the practice on the right side, on the right hip. And then practice the same on the left side. So now the left elbow comes around the knee, and the right elbow comes around the left foot, fingers interlocked around, and then moving from side to side in the same way, rocking the baby back and forth. Feel the stretch in the inside of the thigh, and feel the movement of the hip. And complete about 30 rounds on this side. This whole sequence of practices is intended to help with the sitting posture. Create flexibility in the ankles and the knees, in the hips, and all the joints that are stressed and strained in the sitting position. So after you've completed 30 rounds, you can bring the knee up, straighten the leg, close the eyes once again, and support the spine by placing the hands behind the buttocks or by the sides of the buttocks. And observe the effects of the practice in both hips. The last practice of these Pawanmuktasana 1 series practices that we'll do today is the Skanda Chakra, the shoulder rotation. So you can remain with the legs stretched out if that's comfortable. Place the fingertips on the shoulders, elbows to the sides. And as you start, bring the elbows together in the front. And from here, breathing in, bringing the elbows up and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as the elbows come back, and then move them to the front again. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Awareness of the synchronicity of the movement and the breath. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Allow the breath to lead the movement. 2 more rounds. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. 1 final round. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. And then prepare to practice in the opposite direction. So now elbows coming back first, squeezing the shoulder blades to the back. And then up. And breathing out to the front and down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out to the front and down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. And again, synchronize the movement with the breath. Allow the breath to lead the movement and feel the effects of the practice. As you're practicing, feel the shoulders creating maximum movement in the shoulder joints. 2 more rounds. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out to the front and down. And final round, breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. And then release the arms, support the back with the hands. And become aware of the effects of this practice. Aware of the increased movement, flexibility of the shoulder joints. Aware of the effect of the practice on the breath. And also aware of any mental reaction to the practice. And then you can come to Shavasana, to lie down on your back. Not getting too comfortable in Shavasana, as we're going to continue on to the Pawanmuktasana 2 series practices from here. The first practice from this series is Padachakrasana, the rotation of the leg. So to start this, you can turn the palms down to the floor, bring them close to the hips. And bring the feet and legs together. And then, as you can breathe in, bring the right leg up straight towards the ceiling. And from here, begin by crossing the leg over to the left side. And down, and then breathing in, bringing it towards the right and up. Breathing out towards the left and down. Breathing in to the right and up. Breathing out, crossing over towards the left side. And to the right and up. Breathing in. And continue 2 more rounds. Breathing in on the way up. Breathing out on the way down. And then once you've completed this round, release the heel to the floor. And prepare to practice in the opposite direction. So once again, bring the right leg up, same leg. And now start breathing out as you bring the leg out towards the right side. And breathing in as you bring it over the left and up. Breathing out towards the right and down. Breathing in over the left and up. 3 more rounds. Breathing out and in. Here also observing that the breath leads the movement, makes it lighter to move the leg. 1 final round. Breathing out. Breathing in all the way up. And then lower the leg down. Release the heel to the floor. And become aware of the practice on the right side. Noticing where you experience the effects of the practice. In the leg, in the hip joint, and in the abdominal muscles. And notice any difference between the right leg and the left leg. And now prepare to practice on the left side. So breathing in, bring the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, so begin to cross it over the right leg. And then breathing in, bringing the leg all the way up. Breathing out to the right and down. Breathing in to the left and up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. 2 more rounds like this. Allowing the breath to lead the movement. And once you've completed that round, you can lower the heel to the floor. Take a breath or 2 in between. And then begin to practice in the opposite direction. So now again, breathe in, bring the leg up. And then breathing out, bring the leg first out towards the left side and down. And then breathing in, cross over to the right side and up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, down. Breathing in, up. 2 more rounds in this direction. Aware of the breath leading the movement. And once you've completed those rounds, you can lower the heel back to the floor. And become aware of the effects now of the practice on both sides. Both legs, both hips, and in the abdominal area, in the belly. So from here, we'll practice 1 more of the Pawanmuktasana Series 2 practices. The next practice is Supta Pawanmuktasana, the leg lock pose. And for this, you'll bend the right knee, bring the right knee towards the chest, hug the knee by placing the hands interlocked over the shin. And then, as you breathe out, bringing the nose to the knee. And hold there for just a moment. Breathing in, lowering the head back down, and allowing the leg to relax. Breathing out, nose to the knee. Hold for a moment. Breathing out, releasing back down. 3 more rounds like this. Breathing out, hold. Hold the breath, hold the position. Breathing in, lowering the head down. Breathing out. And breathing in. One final round. Breathing out, nose to the knee. Hold the position for a moment. And breathing in, lower the head down. Release the hands, release the leg. Become aware of the effects of the practice on the right side. And then prepare to practice on the left side. So now bring the left knee up to the chest. Hug the knee to the chest with the hands, interlocking the fingers over the shin, just underneath the knee. And then with the next out breath, bring the nose to the knee. Hold for a moment. And breathing in, lower the head. Again, breathing out, bring the nose to the knee. Breathing in, lower the head and the shoulders to the ground. Breathing out, raise the head and the shoulders, upper back, hold. Breathe in, lower the head down. 2 more rounds. Breathing out, nose to the knee, hold. And breathing in, down. Final round. Breathing out and hold. Breathing in, lower the head down, and breathe out, release the arms, release the leg. And now become aware of the effects of that practice. In the legs, in the abdominal area, at the back of the neck. And be aware of the effects in the breath. Watching the navel rising with the in-breath, falling with the out-breath. You can exaggerate the movement, really bring the belly up when you breathe in. Breathe out, allowing the navel to sink down towards the spine. Full and complete abdominal breath. And then slowly prepare to move into the next practice, which is from the Pawanmuktasana 3 series. These are the energy releasing postures, the Shakti Bandha series. And you can wiggle the toes a bit, wiggle the fingers, roll the head from side to side. And then bring the knees to the chest again and roll over to the right side. And slowly come up into a squatting position. The first practice from squatting will be Kashta Takshanasana, where you interlock the fingers, arms are straight, and bring them up over the head, look up to the ceiling, and then as you breathe out, make a loud ha sound. Ha! Breathing in, up, ha! Ha! Breathing in, up, ha! Breathing in, look up to the ceiling, ha! Breathing in, up, ha! Make the sound from the abdomen. Breathing in, up, ha! Breathing in, one final round, ha! And then you can release the hands, place them on the knees, preparing for the second and last practice of the Pawanmuktasana 3 series. This one is Udara Karshanasana. And this is also a spinal twist. So from here you're going to bring the right knee down to the floor, close to the left foot, and then squeeze the left knee towards the chest and look over the left shoulder. So squeezing everything in, then breathing in, coming back to the starting position in the squat, breathing out, now squeezing the left foot, left knee down to the floor and right knee into the chest, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing into the squat, breathing out, twisting to the opposite side, looking over the left shoulder now. Breathing into the center, breathing out, twisting, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing into the center, 2 more rounds to each side. Breathing out, looking over the shoulder. Breathing into the center. Breathing out, and really feel like the abdomen is pushed in so that the breath is all pushed out. Look over the left shoulder, breathing out. Breathing into the center. And breathing out to the opposite side. Breathing into the center. And then release the posture, stretch the legs out. Place the hands behind the buttocks to support the spine. And become aware of the effects of this practice, these series of practices, and particularly the last 2 practices with the squatting and the effect of that on the hips, on the flexibility of the thighs and legs. And the release happening with the wood chopper, energy release, Shakti Bandha. And then we're going to prepare for some standing practices. So you can come up now. Feet together, legs together, interlock the hands in front, turn the palms down. Breathe in, stretch the arms up over the head. And with the out breath, place the back of the hands on the top of the head. And from here now, you'll come up onto the toes at the same time as stretching the arms up. Tadasana. Keep going, breathing in, stretching up onto the toes. And breathing out, down. Breathing in, stretching up, keep the shoulders down, but stretch the arms. Breathing out, down. 2 more rounds, breathing in, stretching up, feel the stretch along the whole spine and the sides, and breathing out, coming down. 1 final round, this time remaining up as long as you can, breathing in, stretching up, Take a couple of breaths here. And breathing out, coming down. And release the arms. Close the eyes for a moment. And now step the feet just a little bit wider apart, about hip width apart, for Tiryaktadasana, the swaying palm tree pose. Interlock the hands again in front, turn the palms down, breathing in, stretch the arms up over the head, breathing out, bend to the right side, breathing into the center, breathing out, bending to the left side, breathing into the center, continue bending to one side, then the other. Make sure that the whole body is in one plane, so as if you're between two panes of glass. So you can only move to the side, no way to move back or to the front, maintaining this direct movement to the side. Always breathing out to the side, stretching, feeling the stretch on the opposite side, breathing into the center. Breathing out, and again feeling the stretch on the opposite side from the one that's being bent towards. Breathing into the center. One last round and stay in the position, in the final position, for about 3 rounds of breath. And breathing in, coming to the center. Breathing out, bending to the opposite side. And remain for 3 rounds of breath. And breathing into the center. Breathing out, releasing the arms. And become aware of the effects of the practice. The side that is compressed and the side that is stretched alternately. The effects in the arms, in the shoulders, in the area of the chest. And now the final asana practice for the day will be Kati Chakrasana, which is a spinal twist from standing. For this you'll breathe in, bringing the arms up to shoulder level, to the horizontal. Then as you breathe out, bring the left hand to the right shoulder. Wrap the right arm around the back so that the hand is at the left hip or waist, and look over the right shoulder. Breathing in, bring the arms to the sides, the horizontal again. Breathing out to the opposite side. Looking over now the left shoulder. Breathing into the center. Breathing out, twisting. Breathing into the center. Breathing out, twisting to the opposite side. Breathing into the center, breathing out, twisting, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing into the center, breathing out, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing into the center, and now a bit faster. Breathe out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and then even a bit faster, just allow the arms to flop around, let go of the awareness of the breath, and arms simply flopping around from one side to the other. And try to create a bit of momentum so that the arms are carried by the movement, by the twist. And the arms just flop around like you're a rag doll. And then slowly allowing the arms to come down, the movement to slow down and stop. And aware of the effects of the practice. The twisting of the waist, effects in the arms, shoulders, chest. Any mental reactions to the practice? And then prepare for today's pranayama practices, which will be done from sitting. So find a comfortable cross-legged sitting position. Take any cushions that you need so that you can sit comfortably for about 10 to 15 minutes. So body settled now in any comfortable meditation asana with the legs crossed, spine upright, arms loose, hands resting on the knees. And we'll begin by assuming the chin mudra, so placing the back of the hands on the knees, index finger curled up against the thumb, middle finger, ring finger and little finger straight. And now become aware of the breath in the abdomen. Become completely absorbed in the movements of the abdomen as you breathe in. The navel rises, belly button rises as you breathe out, belly button goes towards the spine. And watch this movement of the breath. Mind completely absorbed in the movement of the abdomen, of the belly. Filling up the belly completely with air when you breathe in, and emptying completely as you breathe out. Chin mudra takes the awareness naturally into the abdomen. The breath is deep in the abdomen. Continue for a few more rounds of breath with awareness of the breath in the belly. And then prepare to shift into thoracic breathing, which is the breath up in the chest. And to facilitate the awareness moving up into the chest and the experience of the breath moving to the chest, take the fingers, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger, and place them against the palm of the hand. So the index finger and thumb stay where they are, and the three other fingers are folded against the palm into Chin Maya Mudra. And notice how changing the position of the fingers directs the awareness of the breath into the chest. Become aware of the chest expanding with the in-breath. Chest contracting with the out-breath. You might feel the expansion to the sides. And continue breathing the thoracic breath for another 5 to 10 rounds. Maintaining full awareness of the movements of the chest, expanding with the in-breath, contracting with the out-breath. If the mind wanders somewhere else, gently bring it back to the breath and the movement of the chest. And now prepare to move the awareness up further to the clavicular breath, close to the throat. So now open the hands, let go of all mudras, and then place the thumb in the center of the palm and wrap the other fingers around in a loose fist. This is Adi Mudra. And notice how, assuming this Adi Mudra, again takes the awareness up to the top of the lungs, to the clavicular area of the collarbones, the throat. And become aware of the breath here in this area. If the mind wanders somewhere else, simply bring it back to the breath in the clavicular area, in the area near the throat. And now to combine these three parts of the breath, we're going to bring the hands together, keep the loose fists, place the knuckles of the hands together, just underneath the belly button. And notice how this starts facilitating the full yogic breath. So naturally, by placing the hands in Brahma Mudra, the breath starts to fill up the whole frontal cavity. So you first breathe in, fill up the abdomen, then the chest, then the top of the lungs. And when you breathe out, empty top of the lungs, chest, abdomen, in that order. Breathing in, filling up the abdomen, chest, top of the lungs. Breathing out, first emptying out the top of the lungs, then chest, and then squeezing the air out from the abdomen. Continue like this with a full yogic breath for another 5 full rounds of breath. Continuous awareness of the breath. Aware of the full range, with the abdomen filling up, the chest filling up, the top of the lungs filling up with the inhalation, and the complete emptying of the lungs with the exhalation. First top of the lungs, then chest, then abdomen. Now, once you've completed the 5 rounds, you can release the Brahma Mudra, place the hands down in Jnana Mudra, so the palms down, index finger curled up against the thumb, and allow the breath to become natural. Observe the effects of the full yogic breath. And then prepare for Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. For this breath, we assume Nasagra Mudra, which means placing the index finger, the middle finger at the center of the eyebrows. You can curl up the middle finger a little to bring it right in the center, at Brumadhya, the eyebrow center. And then you will be using the thumb of the right hand to close the right nostril and alternating that with closing the left nostril with the ring finger. So to start, first close the right nostril, open the left nostril. And before beginning, breathe out completely from the left side. And then begin to breathe in from the left. Close the left nostril, open the right nostril. Breathe out from the right. Breathe in from the same side, from the right. Close the right nostril, open the left nostril, breathe out from the left. Breathe in from the left. Close the left nostril, open the right nostril, breathe out from the right. Breathe in from the right. Close the right nostril, open the left, breathe out from the left. And now continuing like this, I'll start with a count. So next time you're ready to breathe in from the left, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Switch the fingers, breathe out from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Change the fingers, breathe out from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathing in from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out through the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Change the fingers, breathe out from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Change the fingers. Breathe out from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. One last round. Breathe in from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe in from the right. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. Breathe out from the left. 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, 4 Om, 5 Om. And release the right hand back to the knee, keeping the eyes closed. Observe the effects of this Nadi Shodhana practice. Become aware of how the mind is at this point. Observing the breath after the practice. And the final breathing practice will be Ujjayi breath. This is also called the psychic breath or the ocean's breath. And you'll be making a very soft sound like a baby snoring, or a kitten purring, or the sound of a distant ocean. And what you will do is you'll close the epiglottis, that's a part of the throat, create a little bit of a closure there so that the air can pass through, but it's constrained, it's constricted. And by constricting the throat like that, you make a very gentle, soft snoring sound, or like the sound of a kitten purring, or the sound of a very distant ocean. And I'll demonstrate this sound also. So it might be very subtle. You might not be able to hear anyone else who's practicing the same practice, but you can hear it for yourself. I'm exaggerating the sound a little so that you can perhaps hear it. It's a very soft sound, and it can be heard on both the in-breath and the out-breath. So continue to practice this Ujjayi breath for another 10 rounds of breath. Aware of the constriction in the throat, aware of the soft, subtle sound that the breath makes. And notice how the breath perhaps becomes a little longer with the Ujjayi breath. And aware of the breath moving from the navel up to the throat when you breathe in, and moving from the throat down to the navel as you breathe out. This is also a tranquilizing breath. Calms the mind. Creates space between thoughts. Now, after the next round of breath, you can release the Ujjayi breath. Remaining with the eyes closed. Aware of the effects of these breathing practices. And allowing the breath now to be natural. And then with the next inhalation, take the awareness up to the eyebrow center. Once again, visualizing here a bright point of light or a candle flame. Maintaining steady awareness of the flame, we'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the Shanti path. Repeat it after me. Breathing in deeply. Bring the palms together, Pranayama Mudra. Asana